Oh, what a journey it's been. You know, as I approach the 1 year mark, I just have become so comfortable and so happy to be here. And I enjoy it, my garden, the work that I've done in the back and in the house. It all feels like if I leave, it's going to just go back to the way it was. But of course, that's not true. I left for a couple of weeks and I thought I would come back and find everything completely destroyed, but that wasn't the case at all. It wasn't the case in the winter, and it wasn't the case in the spring. It wasn't the case in the fall, so it probably won't be the case. But over time, things do fall apart here. And the way that the house sat when I got here, nothing really points it out so much as that. But I love it here. Every season has been amazing. Sakura season was breathtaking, to say the least. The funny part was, I looked all over Otaru and Sapporo, not wanting to miss the Sakura. And then one day I was lying on my couch, looking out my window, and guess what? 2 Sakura trees growing right above my house, and I was able to see one of them from the couch. But of course it wasn't like a train with the blossoms hanging from it. It was beautiful though, and so's the moon. When the moon comes and the Sakura blossoms came and they went so quickly. Just like winter came and went, just like spring. I've been so blessed to make the friends that I've made here and to be able to do the things that I've done here. My friend Ryoko-san, she's introduced me and now Sophia to Japanese archery. My friend Seiko has, been a great fun friend and companion. And my friend Audrey and I have had great adventures together. My friend Sunny Liu, he came and did a photo shoot with Sophia and I just a few days ago. And, I've met other people too. And sometimes you never know when life is just going to change at a moment's notice, just like the seasons change. Maybe everything that came before will be completely different because you meet someone new. Or maybe it won't change, but we change. We really change, just like the seasons. Just like everything else here. I've learned so much here, living at Satoshi Manor this past year, living in Hokkaido, living in Otaru, living in Sapporo, and spending time in Sapporo. The Lilac Festival. They came after the cherry blossoms. So first was the cherry blossoms, then came the lilacs. Now we're getting into the festival season of the temples. There were the daffodils and the tulips. The wildflowers have really blown my mind here. They're so beautiful. Sophia, who's here now, when we walk and I say, "Oh, look at these flowers," I think she thinks, why does he freak out about flowers so much? But I love them. And there's so many of them in every season. And there's so many cool people here. Here's another view of my garden. And, from the beginning video that I showed where I was working in the garden to now, things have changed so much. It's only been about a month, but the weeds have gotten almost as high as the snow was at the peak of the winter snow. And things are growing so quickly. My garden, those vegetables don't grow as fast as the weeds, but this was just, a month ago, and now things are 6 feet high all around the garden. And I've made so many great discoveries of different flowers and different trees. I've got an elderberry tree, a couple of elderberry trees, and I've been enjoying picking the elderberries from them. And not only was I delighted to find the daffodils, but there's also peonies and so many different kinds of flowers. There's tulips that have popped up, as well as irises. And the irises are so pretty. But I keep showing the baby face. It was so strange to be digging out that dam and to find that doll head. And I just said, I have to save it. So it's funny to see this now when the plants that are growing around the bench and around the trees, they're all 4 to 6 feet high. The pohaku there is completely buried. My garden is a constant vigil of pulling up weeds, cutting down invasive things, and getting rid of the slugs and snails. I've tried to do it without any pesticides, but it's just not working. The snails and slugs have really decimated the plants that I've planted. I planted those sunflowers and gone. Snails ate them. But like I said, this place, you never know when you're going to meet someone. You never know when things will be completely different than they were before. And I guess that's sort of the message that the Buddha sends is, impermanence is an important thing, and desire is the root of all suffering. So sometimes we can let go of the desire, and suddenly we can let go of the suffering. And I find so many ways to do that here. The connections to Hawaii pop up all the time. I try to take pictures of them and share them, but the thing is, where do you share all this stuff? I don't have a lot of social media followers, maybe more than some people, but less than others. And while I'd love to share everything and have it all be enthusiastic, that's just not the case. But with Sophia here, it's so great to be sharing this place, this house, this land, this town, this island of Hokkaido, this country of Japan with her. We are having such a great time. We are eating ice cream a lot because the Hokkaido ice cream is so great. And she's turned her room into her room. We've, hung out with Audrey and Mayumi, and we've just had a really nice time, with friends here and meeting people. See, more Hawaii connections. Even Sophia is a Hawaii connection. We played this game with all of these high school boys one day, and that was super fun. Another ice cream. You'll see more. And of course, we're just having fun too. Those are the eyes of the woman from the National Geographic cover, and Sophia had the idea to do that. We went to the aquarium together, and the aquarium was delightful. I forget how magical these things can be when you're with someone who's delighted by it and who hasn't seen so much as maybe I've seen or maybe other people have seen. I know a lot of people would say like, oh, it's a go-kart. Oh, look, ice cream. We went to a small scallop festival, and Audrey and I put on uniforms and pretended to be sailors. Of course, she outranked me. And then Mayumi and Sophia, they put on uniforms as well. The squid, the octopus tentacles hanging and eating kind of makes me sad because I love octopus so much. But the scallops, I didn't mind eating those. They were delicious, fresh off the grill. The fish and seafood here, as always, amazing. And the opportunities for fun, just so amazing to be here. This is an actual photo, not just a frame. And look, there's another ice cream. One of the things that we decided to do here was school shopping. Sophia will be going into high school in Hawaii, so we wanted to get her some cool Japanese clothes. And when we went, there was a great festival, the Soran Festival. And so, of course, we saw things in Sapporo, and we did some sightseeing. Finally went up in the Ferris wheel, and that was fun to share that with her. It has amazing views. And we found another Hawaii connection. It says, aloha, amigos, which is kind of, it's a mix. Oh, and ice cream. As you can see, things have gotten bigger in the garden. Here's another video just demonstrating just how wild things have become back there. This was all buried under 10 feet of snow. I've sped this up because, you've seen it before, but I'm not just creating this for people to watch. I'm also creating it as a record of this house and as a record of my time here and the things that I've done here so that it's clear what's happening here. I really, really believe that this is a sacred space, and it's why I've built the torai on each end of the garden. It's why I've built the, little Stonehenge there and the baby head pagoda. There is so much here that just feels beyond the normal way things are. God, the jungle. I mean, you would think this is like a Hawaii jungle that's been growing for years, but this is less than 1 month of growth. And it's 1 year of time. So my neighbor came and he asked, oh, there's the crow's head, the one that dropped by me. I found it in the garden. And of course, the sewing machine and the old pot. The neighbor came, a very nice man. We met his daughter through Seiko-san. And she said, my father wonders if he can use the water from your spring, as she called it, a pond, to water his garden. And there really was a part of me that was like, God, I wanted to have just privacy, and I don't want people traipsing all over my land. But he's been doing that, and so I want to be a good neighbor, and I want to make friends with my neighbors, and I want to have my neighbors, love and respect me. So I said, of course you can. And so that means that daily he's traipsing by Sophia's bedroom window. But on the other side of the house, you have the old ladies in the neighborhood who traipse by the living room window at 5 o'clock in the morning to like 9 o'clock in the morning. Prime coffee time when I'd just like to sit and not see anybody. But they have a garden that is up the path that goes by there. And what can I do? Besides ice cream and crows. So I say yes. And now the back of the house is starting to have a trail again where the neighbor goes and gets his water. The other neighbor wants to cut the tree tops and also harvest some vegetables and just let him, wild vegetables. And, the old lady's going by up to their garden. But I've had so much benefit. Ryoko-san here, she actually, worked with us to sign up, worked with me so that I could sign us up for the Japanese archery, which was an amazing thing. The zoo was amazing as well, but for Sophia to be able to come to Japan and to spend a month here at Satoshi Manor and to engage in so much cultural stuff, we found the festival going on when we went to the zoo also, and this is the season. There's just festivals and things happening all the time. I'm just rambling a little bit, but I guess that's what these videos are. Today is the summer solstice here in Japan, so it is the longest day of the year, the shortest night of the year, and there'll be yet another festival down in Otaru, and we will go to that festival in just a little while. These were the original owners of the house, and this was a beautiful meal with Nabui-san, my neighbor, and Seiko-san and Sophia and me. We just had a great Father's Day meal. And here's some of those flowers that I obsess over. I mean, they're so beautiful. And there's so many different varieties and so many different colors and shapes and smells. I really, really love them. Even the simple daisy. Look at that. Isn't it so beautiful? And isn't she so beautiful? It's so cool to have her here, and to see her growing. This is a hard time between junior high school and high school. It's It's a hard time for a lot of kids, most kids. I think it was a hard time for me also. But she's doing great. She's making the transition well. And, much to her surprise, she's having a much better time here in Japan than I think she expected to. These are some of those photos from my friend Sonny Liu. He took these for us. That poster we've had for a long time. What a great photo that one is. And how great to spend this time with her, Mr. Roboto hiding back there. She hit the target on the final day. I did not hit the target. Aloha.